What's up, boys and girls? It's your boy TeKRaJ, and I'm back with another player review. This time it's 97 overall Campus Heroes LaMichael James. Now, when this card first came out, we took a look at it and I could tell the stats were going to be good. So it's 98 speed, 99 agility, 99 acceleration, 96 carry, 98 ball carrier vision, 98 elusiveness with 96 juke move, and only 71 truck. So when you look at that, especially for a card that's not all that heralded, people aren't like falling out of their seats when they said this card came out, it's a damn good card. And we'll get into it here. So, of course, we need to be very conscious of cards having different roles when it comes to how you're going to use them. As far as pass blocking, he only has 56. He's going to be a great kick returner. We talked about the 98 ball carrier vision, which is big. The spin move is 99, which is key. Juke move 96. But going back to the whole roles thing, and then check it out, like spec catch 88, catching traffic 81, route running 89. I get a lot of comments constantly and tweets where people are like, hey, should I get this guy or this guy? And a lot of the times, there are people who have different roles, like a power back and a speed back. Here he is against 99 overall Marshall Faulk. So you see Marshall Faulk is more elusive and has better trucking. Against AP, he beats AP in pretty much everything except juke move and truck, and of course strength. Here he is against that freeze bow. And as you can see, he stacks up pretty well on a lot of stats. One of the major comparisons people are going to make is comparing him against this campus legend, Darren McFadden. And then against Shady, this is a really good comparison because they're actually pretty much the same type of back. You see how he compares. Of course, Darren Sproles is one of my favorite speed backs out there, so it's the main reason why I'm going to make that comparison. And then one of the better all-around backs is TJ Yeldon, his all-rookie card. And as you can see, TJ Yeldon has better truck. Same thing with David Johnson. So very important there. Like, this is not a card that I'm going to compare to an Eric Dickerson. I'm not going to compare it to Marshawn Lynch because they're different types of cards. Usually people like to have change of pace backs where they'll have like a speed back in at the beginning so they can have the opportunity for a long play touchdown, and then they'll have like a bruising back once you get into the red zone or when the guy gets tired. Now, as far as being a speed back, guys, this card right away blew me away. I did this entire review on stream, and I was consistently surprised at how good he was with jukes, tosses as far as speed goes, and getting to the outside in general. But his 99 speed move is definitely showcased constantly whenever you're playing with him. His quick cuts too, man, are just a thing of beauty anytime that you're using him. The great thing about him is that he's really good as far as breaking those elusive style tackles. Now, when I got into the red zone, I felt extremely limited. I got beat so many times, and look, I put in an Eric Dickerson like this, and he's just throwing people around like a rag doll. That's why I'm showing you that clip there. But if you're out on the outside against a corner or a safety, as you see right there that he broke through two people, he's gonna do a good job of breaking those tackles, even though he's not, let's say, like a trucking back. On that last play, you saw how he really squeezed in between the blocker and the tackler there. And then here, like I showed you right there, he's able to shrug off the tackles whenever it's needed. So that's definitely always a plus. But definitely whenever I was in a tight situation and I was trying to get maybe some extra yards on the goal line, and that's when I needed strength and trucking, of course he wasn't going to be there for you, but you shouldn't expect him to be there for you because he's a speed back. So the way I had it set up here, where I had him as my number one back, and then I had Eric Dickerson backing him up, was perfect because by the time he would get tired and we were in the red zone, I could have Eric Dickerson go in right there and finish things off. Once again, as you can see there, off of a juke, I was able to break a tackle, then make somebody else miss with a very nicely timed spin move. It's easy to time your spin moves with him because the spin moves are so quick and they're so deadly that usually you won't really lose any speed and you're able to move your way upfield with a lot of ease. The other thing is once you're making your cuts, you can just do it on a dime. Right there you saw Loco just fall to the ground whenever I cut inside. And then here, I had to go to the outside to beat players, but there was no way I was going to be able to just like cut inside and truck through someone. That rarely happened. Right there you see it, guys. Anytime somebody has a high special move like a spin or a juke, it means that whenever they do that move, as you see right here, like they're A, not gonna lose that much speed, and then B, they're also like highly likely to actually like break the tackle afterwards. On inside zones, he's gonna be amazing because most of you guys use inside zones to kind of get to the outside and take advantage of blocking from your receivers. So this guy's definitely gonna be your guy whenever it comes to that. So of course, my final verdict on this LaMichael James, I'm not gonna say that he's like a must cop. He's just, when it comes to, hey, if I wanna have a speed back, you know, backed up by a power back, he's another one of those 100K running backs that you can go out and get to put in that option. But if you're thinking, hey, I'm gonna replace my main running back, my main running back that I use, that's a kind of do it all almost every down back with him, you won't have to think twice about that, because the 55 strength and the 71 trucking is definitely going to disappoint you, especially if you have somebody who uses very well or that has a lot of speed on defense. You're going to have issues with that. But that would also mean that you're not being very smart in how you're actually setting up your team. Don't forget about roles, but if you're looking for a speed back, this guy is definitely a nice addition, especially using especially out there. Also because he has really good quick returning. Anyway, go ahead and like if you like to play reviews, subscribe if you're new, but most importantly, take care of yourself. Peace. Kind of regardless of who we were talking about. And whether I was on a toss or not, this right here is one of my favorite plays because it shows you my opponent tries to suction tackle me, I was able to break that, and then with low stamina, I was still able to break this run deep. But where this card shines is the aggressive catch, man. Pretty much any crazy animation that you're gonna need to aggressive catch, you're gonna be able to get it with this card.